Yeah, that's about what I expected, considering what was happening the last time we saw Yokohama.
Yokohama is frozen solid.
Come on.
And we are being followed. You'd think that Rygar would maybe notice that at some point. He seems like he's been pretty well trained. Granted, trained soldier or not, seeing something like that might stun you for at least a little bit.
Too carried away.
We've unlocked anything new. However, we've got enough speed gems now. In fact, we've gone from not having nearly enough of them, and now they're the thing we have the most of. We could probably make a few new golems. However, we've also picked some up, so are there any that we just want to synthesize right now? Yeah, Saber Tiger could actually be pretty good. On one hand, he is going to be knocked out easily by some of the enemies that we'll fight here, but on the other, he has a flame bite that should tear through a lot of the water golems in this area, so I think we want him along. As for ones that we might want right now, maybe the werewolf. The Guardian, the Mage Guardian can also be good to get some decent light coverage, especially early in the game. We have enough for a few of these though, so to say the werewolf and the Guardian. I admit in part because I'm worried that YouTube will take issue with the Ria Mimosa. Or so, yeah. See anything over there that we can pick up, and definitely not getting in that way, so guess we are going this way over what I think used to be a bay. So we need to find a way to smash through a pretty large iceberg there. And conveniently, there's a ship with a gun pointed right at it. Find some ether to make it work. And there it is. Got the random ether that was just sitting in... I mean, was this some little cave before, or is this just a wave that got frozen solid and turned into an ice tunnel? Not gonna think about it too much. Point is, we've got ether. So that we can hopefully get rid of the iceberg with it. Suma seems to be struggling, and unfortunately Kareen's only way to motivate people is to yell louder at them. So that little exchange kind of implies that Yokohama had more advanced technology than London City has, which, I mean, it certainly didn't stop Yokohama City from being wiped out by the Queen of Ice, so that does not bode well for London City if the Queen of Ice or the Emperor of Fire, or worse, both, end up fighting there. Know that we can get through there somehow because I see a golem that we can fight. One of the mermaid ones have been giving us some trouble on the random encounters, so definitely would like to have one of these on the team. Thankfully, she didn't get any health back. I don't know why she didn't heal. That golem is very good at healing. So, can take that out. try to get rid of her minion here.
Take this!
Let's eat
Yeah!
Of course it's
Most regrettable.
well, 11 then. Still not much.
You're out!
Definitely going to want to get that one as soon as possible. So now that we've got the mermaid golem, which is another one of my favorites, it's another one that I use a lot throughout the game. The question is, should I go back now and synthesize it to the store that we saw when we first entered this area? Or should I just carry on? And I think I'm going to go with just carry on because I would really rather not go through a bunch of random encounters on the way to the shop and back just to get that golem a little quicker. Plus, I see a shop right up there, so we should be able to get the mermaid golem pretty soon regardless. Though I think we have, after this random encounter and probably a few more, we have one of the first tougher mini bosses I remember coming up. Let's see if it still gives me as much trouble as it did when I played this as a kid. Hopefully not. I'd like to think I've gotten better since then. There it is. Might not look like much, but
What is this thing?
it can be pretty tough if you haven't built your party up at all. Trust me.
We have to fight. Pull yourself together.
Yeah. I know. Anyone, anything in my way had better get out of it.
Atsuma's a little bit like Spider-Man. If he stops wisecracking, that's when you know you're in trouble. Let's see. Ice Giga Blow is not going to do very much to this. It is water type. I mean, look at it. Are you really surprised? Definitely going to try to get some barriers up. I'd love to get a barrier on Atsuma, but to be perfectly honest, even with the barrier, I don't think Atsuma would survive any hit that this thing could do, so it's kind of pointless to even try to cover him.
Power of fire!
Yeah!
All right!
Defend!
I'm feeling it now.
Oh, damn it! Ugh.
Actually, since this fight is shaping up to probably be a long one, yeah, Levitain. Levitain would be good. Double Rygar's attack. Let's get Kreen on healing, probably. We're not gonna really be able... No one desperately needs to be healed yet, so she can at least try to do some damage. And Sasquatch can't get anywhere for the moment.
Use it well!
Okay, now Rygar could probably use some healing. Try to move first a little bit, though.
Break!
Healing power!
Keep Rygar healed. He is definitely going to be our main damage dealer for now. Because Sasquatch still can't get into range, and if Kareen has to try to use Aqua Mist on this thing, we'll be here all day.
Thanks.
Okay, now Atsuma's body is out of the way. I think Rygar has enough now. If it went for Aqua Giga Blow, it could take him out. I need to keep healing him. Gonna go for Blade, even though it does a little less damage than High Earth Shake, because it also takes a lot less ether than High Earth Shake, and Rygar's starting to look a little tired.
Recover! Thank you.
Okay, this time I have no choice but to use High Earth Shake, or I suppose I could use Slash, but that does a lot less damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for High Earth Shake until I can't anymore.
Healing power! Thank you.
This time I can use Blade, and then I think Rygar's going to have to take at least one turn just to recover ether. I need to keep healing because Rygar can't quite tank 2 hits from this thing. Which is gonna be a problem. Very, very, very shortly if we don't get this thing down. Jeez, even Sasquatch is out of ether. Okay. Kareen, just maybe try to keep us in this. How much health exactly does this thing? 47. Okay, Kareen, just kick it. Just kick it. You've got this.
What a pity.
Okay. But yeah, Atsuma at this stage of the game usually doesn't stay in that fight for very long, no matter what you do. So if you haven't built up some of your other party members, that can be a nearly impossible fight.
Yeah.
And I guess Yuki followed us or something. Why she would come back to this wasteland, who knows?
What now? Oh, jeez, it's that little girl from the forest.
Why, you? What do you think you're playing at? That golem? I've had my eye on that golem for as long as I can remember.
Whatever you say.
Why were you chasing random bats in a forest then?
We can't help defeating it if it goes and attacks us, now can we?
Shut it! I'm not talking to you anyway.
Then who are you talking to? Oh, him.
How could you steal from me?
Shut.
Golem hunters should fight fair and square in all matters.
Yuki, I think if you don't shut it and read the room real
You're gonna
fast.
get knocked across the room.
Yeah. With fire.
Shut up.
Thank you, Atsuma.
What?
I've been wanting to say that literally since she appeared.
I actually thought he'd be harsher.
Shut the hell up.
Like that.
We're getting there.
Look what's happened to Yokohama. And you're still going on about hunting? That's just so lame, even if you are joking. Take your childish games elsewhere, okay?
Childish games?
Yep.
Moron. Moron, 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 moron!
Showing your age here a bit, Yuki.
I hope a mammoth golem sits on you! You mammoth moron!
She's gone again. Don't you think that, well, maybe you went a little too far?
No, not really.
Let's go.
Okay, now Kareen can actually revive people, although it costs a lot of ether to do so. It's still a nice thing to have in combat. Okay, that way is definitely blocked. I think we're getting further into the harbor now and no longer having to walk on the frozen bay. Progress.
That was pretty good.
Okay, got just back there. And crates that are actually punchable.
$1,000.
But yeah, just a note, if the crates don't glow, not punchable. Okay, well that door's frozen shut. And as the viewers can probably tell by Atsuma's rapidly declining VP, he's been getting knocked out a lot in these random encounters because so many of the golems have strong melee range water moves, which is just death for Atsuma. So, gonna need to find a rest point at some point soon because he is the one party member we cannot switch out.
And Luna is going to be cutting a lot of the random battles for the benefit of you guys. So the pacing's good.
Yeah, because the one thing this game gets wrong. Starting to remember why when I played this as a kid, I made a game to count how many steps I would manage to get between encounters.
If any of y'all know how to mitigate the amount of random encounters in this game, let us know in the comments below.
That would be really nice. Although, it would also kind of throw the game balance off, because if you don't level enough,
You lose.
yeah, you will get completely run over by a lot of encounters, so you'd just end up having to do this anyway, and then you'd be running around in circles trying to find encounters, so without a pretty extensive rebalance, I think it's better to just leave it as it is. I think I need to go around this way. Maybe. No, I need to go around. See, that's the other thing about random encounters. They just completely disorient you. So, I think this is the nastiest random encounter of this area. By a lot.
Yeah. Especially with that nasty healer in the back.
Nasty healer plus 4 really high damage golems of 2 different elements. Yeah.
I think this is the part of the game where From Software starts being From Software. In terms of difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't affect the saber tigers that much, but it'll hit the healer and those other 2 high damage, like, ogre-like things. Yeah, that should toast that.
Good combo.
Power of fire!
I choose you, Moltres. Don't let us down.
We actually somehow almost got everything in one go. Yay, EX moves.
Take that! Bye! Alright! Now I'm even stronger!
Really?
I don't even think I made it 2 steps that time.
No, that was like 1.5. Okay, so now where are we going?
This way.
I actually think I'd get lost.
Oh, you've seen me. I've gotten lost a couple of times.
Okay. Quick little convo
So-
where they point out where you can go.
Yep, we can
And
get
there's a
into that door that's ajar, and there's a store over there, and we picked up a couple of golem cores that I want to synthesize, including one of those mermaids. We're going to go to the chest first, though, because that may well be money. We may as well have it before we do the shopping.
And this is why you want to tilt the camera wherever you can. Explore.
I apologize if it's been not great to watch sometimes when I'm looking around. I am trying to move the camera as smoothly as I can, but it's a little bit quick in this game, the camera speed, and I need to look around or I'm gonna miss a bunch of stuff.
And this time you were caught off guard, and I believe we think that may be related to a speed stat that we're not sure about.
I noticed in the footage, actually, when I was editing, that one of the support skills in the store, which I will show you guys when we get there, it says it increases the speed parameter by 20%. And I'm like, I don't even remember a speed parameter being a thing. And I don't know if it's even visible in the parameters list. Yeah, you can use skill points to improve parameters, but that's not why we're here. Maybe it's agility. Maybe they translated it as speed in one menu and agility in another. Unfortunately, there's no breakdown really on what all the parameters do. I know what all of them do except agility.
Well, if you know more about that than we do, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of assume then that by speed they mean agility. It's just something that got translated differently in 2 different spots. And if I'm right about that, then that is what determines who goes first. Probably like the average between the teams, but I'm not sure. That's just kind of what I'm stitching together from seeing the support skill in the store and how it says it's a perfect support if you want to have preemptive attacks on enemies. I suppose it might also maybe affect the comboing instead, like that might be another way of interpreting that, but I'm inclined to say that it's initiative.
That was pretty good.
Speed gem.
Let's see. A lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
So yeah, glad we grabbed that before we decided to do the shopping. But yeah, the skill that I was mentioning that I think might affect initiative is this one here. Now, to me, it's not a big enough issue to be worth not only the money to buy it, but also 1,500 SP for every character that wants to learn it. Especially when I know we're going to get more good supports than each character can equip. So, I'm just gonna leave that there. Now, we picked up the core for one of the mermaid golems. We are going to make one because, as we've all seen, they can be quite good as long as you can keep them from getting taken out in one round.
Okay, so we dealt with the store, got some golems, got all our stuff situated,
Let's make
I
sure
think.
that everyone is in our party. Yeah. Alright, I think those were the last two that we can fit in the party before we have to start leaving golems at the store. So, I
Well, we
I
got a
could
lot
be
of good
wrong.
ones.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but I think we're getting to where if we want any more people or, well, golems are going to have to be swapped out. You can't leave your human squad mates at the store.
That'd be kind of funny. Though, honestly, Rygar and Kareen are too cool to leave at the store.
Yeah, that, and to be honest, as I've mentioned, like, even though the golems can be powerful, especially if you use them in the right situations, the human party members do tend to be stronger overall because they can equip new skills, weapons, and supports. You can't do that with golems, so it just sort of naturally limits their power.
Looks like a puzzle room.
Not that bad of one if I remember. So we're in the port warehouse.
And apparently we can get downtown from here if we...
Can figure out how to cut through. Well, we have a ladder over here. Come on. I know you're new to these, Atsuma, but we can do this.
Definitely double check to make sure you don't miss anything.
Yeah. I'll double back if...
And we got a crane.
so we can cross here. You can't climb up on that or anything. It's just a shelf, not something you can walk on. So that switch isn't working, so we don't need to move the other crane. We just need them to continue being a bridge. Okay, that calls the lift.
No.
Zoom up around the pillar. Now a random encounter, just to interrupt my train of thought. Okay, hit this button. Cause this to crash down. Don't even know why we're doing that, but it was a button, so...
Yeah, I guess it moved the shelf out of your way. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's what it did. Get through here.
Yeah, crazy way to move a shelf, but you know. Okay,
We got it. We promise. We saw the camera earlier, focusing on the door.
Drumsoft, you do know there's a middle ground between that and, you know, not showing
and
anything.
leaving the player completely in the dark. They have no.
I mean, I love
they
all
have
your
no
games,
setting
though.
in between high beams and complete and utter darkness. No middle ground.
We still love their games, though, so
Yeah.
they're doing something right.
Why even bother to ask?
Chest, so I'm gonna guess this was side path. But we got a better version of Rygar's blade skill, which is one of his main skills. So let's see if he can just learn that now. He can.
That was pretty good.
Hey, I want some more.
Okay, and now we want to try to get anything that's down here before we get onto that elevator. Yep, stuff over
See?
here.
There's a chest you would have missed if you just ran for it.
Money in it. I know, I saw it. We'll fight it in a second.
And you cleared away that path.
Looks like it, but first,
The scary eye thing.
creepy eye golem.
I mean, I'm not sure how strong it is, but you get a golem core, so there's that.
Well, they're hopefully going to spend a lot of their time trying to poison or gravity us. I'm really glad that most of us are immune to those. Poor Sasquatch.
Poor Sasquatch. He didn't do anything to deserve that.
Feeling it now. Water!
Looks like they're attacking Sasquatch because I'm not sure if
Or
the
they're
AI
just-
knows
they're
about your
not-
support lens.
Yeah, they're not figuring out that a lot of my units are immune. Granted, they're still doing a decent chunk of damage to Rygar because of the wind attack that they have. So I'd really...
That's
I mean, I
unfortunate.
thought they were... Nope, they're wind type. They look like they should be darkness type, but I never thought to actually check. They're wind type. It'd be really nice if we could set up an earth shake, but with Sasquatch kind of in the way and most of them in the back... Not working out.
Not great today.
Let's see, let's... I'm kind of done with this fight, so...
EX moves?
Yes. Boosting.
Fire! Burn it up!
Low range! Head out of here!
Considering one of them managed to live through that, I feel pretty justified.
Yeah.
Take this!
Recover!
I'm alive again.
Most regrettable.
There went Rygar. Pretty rare that he goes out, but couldn't get anyone to him because Sasquatch is in the way. So now we're having to try to work our way around him.
Healing power!
Hope that that thing comes in closer. Good lord, if the gravity, like if I hadn't had cancel gravity on most of my people, yeah, this would really not have gone well. Finally came in range for Sasquatch to just punch it. And unfortunately, that fight went long enough that we went from, we've got another fight in us levels of VP to, well, Corrine and Rygar are both at 0, so they're not even going to recover until we get to a VP point. So, yeah, that ended up being a much more difficult fight than I thought it would be. So, we're going to have to put some golems in. Mermaid's pretty good replacement for Corrine for right now. It's another healer. And
For Rygar, Lord Onyx, or somebody else?
we definitely don't want Amazonia. I know it's Earth, but it's another size 4 golem, and while you can have 2 of them in a party, it really limits movement when you do that. You have so little space to move. It's usually not a good idea. Don't really want Saber Tiger in right now. Well, let's try Lord Onyx. Let's give that a whirl. Okay. I hit that button, it tipped over a shelf, and I think I got, yep, nothing else was over there, just the golem. And another random encounter.
This time it looks like a bunch of zombies.
So, the Mermaid has a fairly powerful curing ability. The No Power Sonic negates parameter boosts, in addition to doing some damage. Cure Melody recovers 1 ally to full. Doesn't matter what their max HP is, it covers all of it. So as you get higher and higher HP characters, this gets better and better. Right now, it costs a lot of ether, and this normal high cure voice would get most of my characters close to full HP anyway. But later you'll see me using this more often, especially on Rygar, because his health, him and Sasquatch both get crazy amounts of health as the game goes on. And then HP drain voice is what makes this golem potentially very, very powerful if you can keep it from getting one shot. She can just keep healing herself while damaging the enemy. So we're gonna do that because even though we haven't been hit yet, damage is what we want. And this golem, it's just a basic, decent, normal, neutral element, physical attacker, direct attacker. And has a pretty strong melee and also, like, row and column move. So pretty flexible in terms of where he can hit and where he can be. Think of him as a slightly more limited Rygar in a lot of ways.
We win!
chest.
That. Then I guess head down there. That was almost not worth it. Come on,
Almost.
game. At least give me 1,000.
Yeah, every other chest I've seen has been like 1,000, so that was
1,000 or more.
a little weak. Not gonna lie. What's with these $500 chests? They're kind of shortchanging a little bit here.
I mean, that one at least was like 2 steps out of the way, and the other one wasn't too far out of the way, so guess I won't complain too much. Okay, we got through the port warehouse, and now we're getting out into the city.
Really hoping there's
Okay, rest point.
Yay!
Rest point.
Get that VP back.